secondary. I thought that they could have. But, hey, you go on the road, you win. It was a tough loss last week against San Francisco. But to battle through and, to have a victory like this and get you to the bye at 4-2, put your game back of Philadelphia, who had a loss yesterday. So it's hard to win in the NFL. The Cowboys did a good job of getting one done today.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't pretty for both teams, but a lot of penalties in this one. Cowboys certainly. You had the special teams error as well, where Tolbert thinks, that must have hit Turpin. He's trying to get onto the football to recover it. One.
That's tough.
Ends up being turned over. Chargers certainly had a lot of issues as well. Penalties on their side. Neither team really got the job done on the ground. Austin Eckler just 14 carries, 27 yards. Cowboys held the Chargers running game in check, only 53 yards rushing for them. But you're right. Tony Pollard now, this is another game he had more receiving yards than he did rushing yards. Just 15 carries, 30 yards, averaging 2 yards a carry, 96 yards as a team, and that was elevated because Dak Prescott had 40 yards on his own.
Yeah, it's been tough, and we've all been waiting. We're all super excited about this offensive line coming together, and now you have your starters, and this is the way it is, and everybody was happy, and okay, the line's going to be better, they're going to be able to block and all that. It's been a problem, and we need to find out tonight, how many loaded boxes were they playing against. But it's clear that they're just not getting that push up front, and that's very simplistic to say. But when the Cowboys are really running the ball, you could see those guys, the combo blocks, the second level blocks. I don't think they were particularly good just off the TV copy. I'll get the tape at 6 a.m. tomorrow and get after it. But I don't think they were particularly good at center today. I didn't think this was a very good game with Steele and on his side. Zach Martin even had a holding call against him that was declined. But man, I was excited about the 5 guys that were going to play. 2 games in though, that we've seen some continuity problems and just maybe a little bit of technique problems as well. When it comes to running the football.
Yeah, definitely will be something to monitor going into the bye week there, see if they can fix some things. But CeeDee Lamb, we talked about the frustration that he showed after the San Francisco game. Thought he'd get targeted quite heavily tonight. Maybe didn't even get targeted as much as he should have. 7 of 7, 117 yards, a 23-yarder the long. Yet Michael Gallup, he led the team in targets with 10.
Yeah.
Only 3 catches, though, for MG. And he was being held on what could have been a touchdown that he dropped that wasn't called. But I felt like, man, you could have even gotten to CeeDee Lamb more tonight.
Yeah, this felt like one of those games there where if you thrown the ball to CeeDee Lamb 20 times, he probably would have had 17 receptions.
He was feasting.
Yeah, and he's one of these guys that if you're not going to play him correctly, if you're going to allow him space and his ability to run routes, he will find a way to move you and then find a way to get open. And then, his ability to catch the ball in his hands, get up the field, is impressive. It was really, really nice to see Brandon Cooks get involved the way he did. Some of the big plays that he was able to make, the 3rd and 9, he comes up with a 11-yard reception, the touchdown. He is an outstanding route runner. And against the secondary that struggles to cover, I'm sure we'll watch the All-22 tomorrow, and he'll be open a lot more than that. Maybe he could have had those Michael Gallup targets and had just as big a game as CD had. But just a really a nice win with so many things that happened in this game. I really couldn't blame Tolbert. You're blocking. Basically it looked like to me that the defender was shoving him back, hands in the face, not called. We saw hands in the face penalty call. But when you're in that position, all you're thinking about is why is everybody moving to the ball? And he was thinking about moving to the ball too. So unfortunate there that they got the fumble, they gave up the fumble, but it was an effort play trying to make it. He just didn't know what the situation was, and that's hats off though to him for at least trying to get it done.
No question, and I'm with you on Brandon Cooks. 4 for 36, had the big touchdown. You mentioned the third down play, also the end around. He got 14 yards on it. We saw a play like that last week. Good to finally see him get involved in this. Cowboys red zone 50% tonight, 2 of 4. Yeah. Certainly, you still want to see improvement there, but it seemed a little better, especially finally using Dak legs in the red zone.
Yeah, they tried to use Dak legs on the fourth down run. The brotherly shove or tush push, whatever you want to call. It didn't seem like to me that they were in very good position to get Dak to move forward. It looked like too on the TV copy that Biotish just got stoned at the point of attack there and got driven back. Your Cinder's got get a little bit of movement right there. Give the Chargers some credit for the way they were able to jam that inside, and they, it just wasn't a very good, a push from the back end, and Dak really couldn't get any momentum because Biotish was not able to do that. So, but Dak running the ball, I was glad to see it. There's been several times this year where we've talked about if Dak would have just pulled it and ran.
Keeps it, yes.
If he pulls it and runs. If he pulls it and runs, it's a touchdown. Well, today you saw him pull it, read the end perfectly there, and then was able to get the 18-yard touchdown.
Yeah, no question. And a lot of people texting in,
work, right?
Dak.
Coming into the week, played with a chip on our shoulder, continued to get better. Granted, we didn't play our best game. We got a lot of things to clean up, but for us to come out with a dub going into the bye was probably the best thing for us.
So many of the sound bites coming out of San Francisco
no doubt.
were we got punched in the mouth, right? I mean, you got bullied by a really good team. Dak used a word with Lisa Salters tonight, resilient. How much resilience do you feel that your team demonstrated and put on tape tonight in winning a game on the road, even though it felt like a home game?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Resilience is within this team. I mean, if you look at this game, the game wasn't clean. We didn't come out the way we wanted, to say the least. We had a very slow start. We hopped out on top of them real quick, but as far as getting everything done that we wanted to, I'm glad we can come out with the win, but it's a lot of things that we got to work on and clean up.
Patience is a word that I think we can apply in life in a lot of different ways. I feel like you, Jamar, the 7-Eleven medallion you're wearing from Cincinnati, always open, right? I think that the best in the league at your position do feel like you're always open and do feel like, feed me, give me the football. How do you maintain patience when you're not being targeted as much as you want, knowing the way you feel you can help this team win football games?
Yeah, it's tough, but it's also part of being a receiver. Just being this as impactful as I possibly can, going into the game, knowing any opportunity that I can, I got to make most of it. And then now it's just making most of every opportunity. So as a receiver, like you said, we always open. Me and Jamar feel the same way. I'm right with him with that. But for me to come out and have this 100-yard game, and a win, is very meaningful.
I feel like one of the best compliments you can pay to anybody in this game is the simplest one, to call someone a pro. If I say Brandon Cooks is a pro, day in, day out, with what he brings, attitude-wise, what he brings on the field, is that an accurate description?
Very accurate. The way he works day in and day out, he's actually influenced me to come in a lot more earlier than I originally came in the facility.
Really?
Yes. Just watching how hard he works, how consistent he is with his work, and the things that he's doing. It's always intentional, and he does things, almost second nature.
The star on the helmet, as I said to Troy Aikman before the game, man, it magnifies everything. If it's good, it makes it great. If it's bad, it makes it lousy. Your quarterback wears a bullseye, right? I mean, a lot comes with that.
Right.
For him tonight, and I know for your team it wasn't clean, but you leave here victorious, and Dak made a bunch of big plays. You feel good for a guy just like, man, thank goodness for him we entered this bye, and he can sort of put some of that nonsense to bed.
Facts, absolutely. I agree with that statement. When you have that star on your helmet, you do have a target on your back, and unfortunately, he's the quarterback, so that it comes with it, and he understands that, and he's the one that actually brought me into this and understanding, like, bro, like, if we win, it's very much in hands. We lose, it's terrible. So just kind of keeping the evil head, and man, just staying grounded and being patient and continue to grow as a player and as a team. They're gonna say what they want at the end of the day. They're all entitled to their own opinion, but it's all off our play.
7 for $117. CD, good health the rest of the way, man. Enjoy your bye week. I appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, CD Lamb. The Cowboys 20-17 victors here.
No doubt, man. And hey, he didn't have that many targets, but he made do. He did good with those targets. Can y'all hear me? I'm getting my voice back already. You know what I'm saying? The power of the coconut juice, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in to this, and let's go. The Cowboys. I promise y'all, I'm gonna give y'all some good analysis.
88110.
I'm gonna give y'all some good analysis on post game show, but I'm reading some tweets right now. You know, I gotta gloat a little bit. Y'all know how this goes. We gotta let Mike McCarthy speak.
What did you tell your team after this win? You just talk about the emotions of the week and then getting this.
I kind of just reiterated what we talked about today in the team meeting. Didn't say much. We felt like we've done enough talking, a lot of talking this week. So they've been quiet. They worked hard. Did a good job. I mean, this was a bumpy night. 20 penalties and the up and down this, but I just love their resilience and fight, and we came out on top.
Mike Todd, Archer, the ESPN. I know it was last year's theme, but you used the word resilience. Is that what you took out of this one, with how both sides of the ball were able to overcome the other team, maybe themselves a little bit, and make plays?
Can y'all hear audio?
I think it's just
Somebody said they can't hear.
Can
y'all hear that?
Team. The offense picks up for the defense. Defense picks up for the for the offense.
Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear audio.
So there's plays that need to be made, especially down the stretch, and it was. It was a bumpy game out there. There's about 20, 21 penalties called, a lot of back and forth, a lot of resetting your jaw and just keep fighting. And I thought our men did a really good job there.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Just your thoughts on the offense. Like you had some nice plays, at other times a little chunky at times.
Yeah, I'll tell you. We a lot of respect for the pass rush. We had some things inside that we didn't get going as well as we liked, but. It's, we're getting there. I think the action game, they threw a lot of defense at us tonight. I think this is, as you play, a team that's coming out of the bye week. That's to be expected. I thought our guys handled it. We saw a lot of pressure there in the first half, empty pressure. Man, on top of the things he normally plays. So, but yeah, it's. It's a good win, good road win. We've had 4 on the road out of 6 games. We split. We're 4-2. We're at the bye. It's been a little bit. It's been a roller coaster ride as far as how we've performed in our productivity in 6 weeks. So we get a chance to reset, reboot. Hopefully we come out of the game relatively healthy and get back at it for the Rams. But, continuity and consistency is at the forefront of everything we've been focused on. And not to be negative Nelly after a win, but the pre-snap penalties, it's a reoccurring issue on the road. The 4 road games that, they've all been worked through and coached through and teach through and keep working.
Often the narrowest of margins in this National Football League. Brandon Staley and the Chargers continue to be on the wrong end of it. They are once again. His thoughts after a 3-point loss.
Hey, we really don't care, but we listen to him for a few seconds, though.
It's not just on one unit. It's not just the O-line. It's the tight ends, the backs, the wideouts, and the quarterback. So, we have to be more effective in that phase if you're going to play high-level offense against a pass rush like that.
They had a couple of conversions on 3rd down, also one with a penalty on their last year. How difficult is it to overcome that?
Yeah, I thought our defense really competed well in the game. The throw to Pollard is one of those, fluke plays off a scramble where we have him. And you give credit to Dak. He made a big play there. Obviously we were in a really good coverage on the penalty. We had him very well covered, and that's just a tough one. I'll have to take a look at the tape on that one. And then we were in a 5-man rush, when he rolled to his right and hit CD. So I thought we were really good most of the night on 3rd down. I thought that we pressured the quarterback at a high level. But Dak made a couple plays on that last drive, and it hurt us.
Herbert had a couple of uncharacteristic missed throws. Did the hand thing, you think, affect him at all?
No, it had more to do with the Cowboys.
Just as far as
at least he honest.
Those third downs, how do you guys improve in that area, sort of in crunch time, getting off the field in these situations? I know, of course, the game felt like it was okay.
Yeah, we're one of the top third down teams in the NFL, and we rushed really well tonight. We covered really well tonight. So, I mean, they made a couple plays, but, I wouldn't change any of the calls. We're in really good defenses for, the type of, matchups that they have at receiver. And, obviously against a mobile quarterback, we rushed 5 on one of them, but, just we didn't make the plays down the stretch, to win on defense.
Coach, you're in the game, all night.
Man, they cut from him. I'm gonna say this though. He talking a little spicy, talking about for fluke play. Well, shoot, your defense was fluky. Your defense was fluky off of that one. 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 You know what I'm saying? Your tackling stinks. You know what I'm saying? Don't be calling all plays fluky. You know what I'm saying? When your quarterback dropped back, ball was batted and he caught it, and that's how he got his first down. So don't be calling all plays over here fluky. Come on, man, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? And can somebody put down how much money Justin Herbert got? Can somebody put down that? This offseason, can somebody put that down? Because I thought that he was, elite. I thought he was elite, Herb. Can somebody put that down? Can somebody put that down? I thought he was elite. It took them a fluke plays to god doggone score on us. That's what happened. And I'm mad that I lost my voice. But, hey, I lost my voice. $226 million, baby. I lost my voice on that last little INT. $260 million, And how many playoff wins he got, too? How many playoff wins he got? How many playoff wins that doggone J. Herb got? I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Where are the people talking about can him? Because there were some plays out there that if the quarterback was accurate, he would have been able to burn our guys. Come on, 0. Yes, indeed. So yes, indeed. The lion is always hungry, baby. The lion is always hungry. Cowboy Nation, I'm going to let these other people talk while I get my voice back. It's going to be about another
push more of. Dak clearly looked more comfortable from the first snap, I thought, than he has all season.
I think, Bobby, maybe, too, that the way that the Chargers play their defense, too, with that cover 2 look, that Dak was probably looking down the field. Okay, where's my safety? Where's my route going in? Is it going towards that safety? This is a team that does it like last week. San Francisco played so much man coverage against you, and it just wasn't very clean, the looks, and maybe it wasn't quick enough. I don't know if the tweaks more thinking about maybe the way the Chargers play that two deep, that cover 2, and try and kind of funnel everything. Maybe he's looking to where that maybe that's why the progressions were the way they were.
Yeah,
because you're playing zone, so he's just reading the routes in the zone.
Yeah, that's possible. I definitely think, though, that they were running stuff that was, I mean, just in general, his targets were deeper downfield than we've seen more consistently this year, I think, than what we saw in this game. And like I said, I think that typically you're seeing a lot of the route. I'd say that out of the 5 routes that are going out, the 4 to 5 routes that are going out on a given play, most of the year on his dropbacks, you see the entire route of 3 or 4 of the guys even on the broadcast, because it's all quick stuff and it's all within that 10-yard zone that the camera is focused on. There was stuff that was going on deeper downfield. Dak was freelancing a lot more tonight. Now, I don't know. Is that a coaching thing, or is that Dak just saying on a few different occasions, like, I'm going to do this? Now, obviously, the one on the fourth down touchdown run, that was a design play, and thank God he was able to hold on to the ball. There was that. Yeah,
it looked like there was at the mesh point. There was a little bit of a
rough exchange there for a sec, but he holds on. But outside of even that, just some of the freelance stuff, just the rolling out, extending the play on the toss to Pollard, where Pollard then takes it 60 yards. That's just Dak extending the play and working back, and that's where I think the West Coast system has hurt Dak a little bit early this year, is because that's when he's at his best. The stuff that you see on like the Pollard play or some of these other things you see, and this whole system has been based on 3 steps out, 5 steps out, like bop, bop, bop. Here, go here, go here, go here. It's tight. It's very concise. It's on time. It's crisp. It's tight. And I don't think that when he's playing that way, that is when he is at his best. I think he's at his best when he's able to, play a little more free than that.
I always say it when he's muddied and bloodied.
Yeah.
That's when I think that when Dak Prescott feels the game, he's at his absolute best.
Yeah, and the legs. I mean, I think that we've been calling for it, right? Dak looks healthy. He looks comfortable moving around out there, and especially in the red zone, him using his legs was a big difference tonight. Leads the team in rushing with 40 yards. Then you guys mentioned the keeper there, which was a huge play, and it was beautiful to finally watch.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it was a credit to Mike McCarthy for deciding to go for it there and saying, you know what, let's go for the gusto here. Let's not just lay up at Augusta or whatever. The old Jason Garrett line, of course. But I think that making that call, that was I give him kudos for that, and then the actual play call, and the Chargers were completely fooled on that play. Everybody bit on the the carry, and so Dak having the free lane. I got to say, I don't know that I ever thought I'd see him run 20 yards free without getting caught from behind again.
I think this all goes back to when we watched the games the previous weeks. Some of the red zone problems were pull the ball, Dak, pull the ball, Dak, pull the ball, and there was a couple of times where I felt like that, Dak could have had probably 3-4 rushing touchdowns going into this game if he would have just pulled the ball. But nice to see him do it the way the fake. Their team had been struggling. The Cowboys have been struggling. So many of their plays are these ones where they try and fool somebody to get the chase.
Yep.
Well, they got an edge to chase, and it ended up being a big play.
Yeah.
What about Brandon Cooks finally getting involved here, Bobby?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the, even though Jerry Jones said this week, like, I don't know that I need to see more touches for CeeDee Lamb. I may like to see the ball.
I don't think you could have gotten CeeDee enough targets.
Well,
you don't need more touches for Gallup, though, right now. I like Gallup, but you don't need more touches for him.
The name he has consistently said he wants to see more involved is Brandon Cooks. He has brought that name up pretty consistently. That is somebody that I think they feel like, I think Mike McCarthy would say.
He's been open, Bobby, though. We've seen him open on routes.
Absolutely, and I think that's the thing is that I think they feel like we're not taking advantage of a skill set that has, through 4 systems with 4 different quarterbacks, been plug and play 1,000 yards reliably for his entire career. Why can't we make it work? And even tonight, I mean, it was 4 for 36 or whatever it was. It wasn't gaudy statistics.
Pause him. We will be 5-1 right now if Dak Prescott trusts his legs in that Cards game. Let me repeat, we'll be 5-1 right now if Dak Prescott trusts his Mississippi State legs in that Cards game. I do, when I look back at everything, I do love the fact that when when Dak Prescott plays freely, and we won't get to everybody's super chat, but we'll be 5-1. Y'all write that down. If he trusts his legs a little bit more. So we still learning something. Now, I want us to really correct these pre-snap penalties.
And you could tell just by the way Dak was pumped and the way Brandon Cooks, got up and celebrated. I think everybody felt a big relief of like, all right, we hit one. We hit on one. We're getting this connection right. And like I said, I think this was the most comfortable Dak's looked in the offense. Probably the most comfortable CD's looked in the offense. Brandon Cooks. This is something where outside of some protection issues, which I think there were a lot of tonight, I think that they were having their struggles there. Outside of protection issues, Dak didn't look frazzled at all. And even in the face of pressure, he still looked calm for the most part.
Bobby and Zach, I think what gives this Dallas Cowboys offensive line problems, and we'll see this, is this twist game. I think we're going to see a lot more of teams when they rush the passer, just not try and rush the Cowboys one-on-one, but use movement. We're going to go back and watch this game, and I promise you the pressures that you're going to see are from movement with the defensive line and the twist stuff that gave these. They just don't pass it as clean as they need to. That just watching it, and seeing some of the highlights of some of the plays that they made, it looks like the pressures that they were able was big, massive moving of defensive linemen and guys not getting in position to carry it.
Yeah, a lot of twists and those sorts of games. I do remember there was one specifically where Khalil Mack broke through Tyron.
Yeah.
And that was just a straight rush. And Khalil Mack didn't even finish the sack, but it drove Dak to the side.
Just
and then
so strong.
Tyler Smith had lost his rep by then, or didn't lose it. It's just there was only so much time he can block it up for, and then he got sacked. So that was one where I felt like that was just more a straight beat. But otherwise, yeah, it's a lot of these twists, a lot of these stunts. And teams are probably going to take advantage of that when you've got a guy like Tyler Biadasz right now who is clearly just
a little overmatched and maybe and really banged up. Though, right?
He needs this bye week.
I think a lot of guys need the bye week, but he's somebody who, since training camp, we talked about at the time when he got in a fight with somebody. I think it was Odigizua. No, it was Odigizua. He got in a fight with Sam
Williams.
That's
right.
But he got in a fight with Odigizua, and he told him, he yelled at him. Everybody could hear it in the stands. He goes, "I'm blank and hurt."
Yeah.
And he's like, don't mess with me. I'm blank and hurt. And I think from that point, honestly, since the Tennessee game last year when he rolled his ankle at the end of the year, I don't know that he's been totally healthy in a game that he's played in.
Final thing for you, Bob. We were very critical of Dan Quinn last week. Of course, it wasn't a good game for the defense. How do you think they bounced back tonight?
Much better. Like when we talk about star up, star down, I think you have star up, star down, and then I think you have star up and star down, guys who get both. And I think that was your corners tonight. Like, I think Gilmore and Bland both had some bad moments where, Bland got beat on a couple double moves. It didn't hurt them because Justin Herbert overthrew them, but got beat on a couple double moves. Gilmore got picked on a little bit. But then you have Bland making the huge fourth down stop, had a couple big plays in there. Gilmore comes up with the interception. So there's some good and there's some bad there. Marquise Bell was obviously really, really impressive in this game, and you needed him to step up, not just with Leighton Vander Esch out, but also Wanye Thomas.
Osa Odigizua
was
good tonight.
Was really, really good. He's been, I don't know, I think that he has been. It's probably
other
in the running.
Micah, he's been the most consistent player. Maybe.
See, I think Micah's been the most dominant. I think the most consistent has been Odigizua.
All right,
yeah. It's him.
Game out.
Because Micah's had a couple. Micah's been dominant, but Micah's also had some moments over the last couple games.
It was a rough game last week, certainly.
Yeah, and I think Odigizua has consistently been the same guy every week.
This could have been a 2-interception game for Bland.
Could have been.
He had two. He has hands. Bland's not going to miss balls like that, and it's unfortunate that he did. Because that one, I think, maybe might have been a pick six. The one in the middle of the field.
The second one.
Yeah, the second one could have gone all the way back.
Absolutely. Bob, you're the best, man. We love you.
I love you all.
There he goes. Bobby Belcher, Cowboys insider. Cowboys get the win, 20-17. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves across the Dallas Cowboys radio network.
You're turning on.
No doubt, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe. That was Bobby Belt's analysis of the game. I would tell you this right here, ladies and gentlemen, that the whole assessment with Dak Prescott, it was spot on. But I'm going to be transparent. I need to see him get rid of the ball a little bit faster. I do need to see that altogether. Outside of that, kudos and credence to him. I like it when he plays better freely, opposed to just being nailed down to the West Coast principles. I do like that aspect of the game. If he can just play freely, then we did see some ad-libs of plays and him free-flowing and getting things out in that fashion. That's the Dak Prescott that we like to see. Like I said, we needed to see him. We needed to see him have a great game. But in this game, he had a good game. And I'll take a dub. A dub is a dub. A win is a win. Although I was mad. I was flat out mad at those pre-snap penalties. And I meant it. The Cowboys didn't deserve to win that game if it was going to look like that. But that final drive kind of changed my mind on how they was able to push that ball down there and get to that field goal. That changed my mind. So I do like that you guys allow me to be who I am, Trust me, it would have been 5,000 times worse if I was watching this game without y'all watching with me. You know what I'm saying? But, all together, our defense stood tall.
$50.
They're still on commercial break. Our defense stood tall, and you can't get mad at a win. A win is a win is a win. And we'll be bouncing back and forth between these two nations right here, these stations.
Chargers are dealing with the same thing. You put yourself in that position over and over again, and you're going to fail, especially when you're playing people as talented as number 11, Michael Parsons, and 21, Stephon Gilmore.
Cowboys earn this victory. Ryan, appreciate the time. Micah Parsons probably signing babies and on his way out. Safe trip home to him and the Dallas Cowboys as they head into their bye week. We'll take you inside a happy.
Great game, Micah. Great game, Micah. Great game, Micah. Now the Los Angeles Chargers are dealing with the same thing. You put yourself in that position over and over again, and you're going to fail, especially when you're playing people as talented as number 11, Michael Parsons, and 21, Stephon Gilmore.
I thought I would be able to rewind and listen to it, but appreciate those boys for going over that. The Cowboys, 4-2. All we got to do now is continue to figure out ways to elevate our game. I got to start giving out some good stuff. Oh, yeah, I got to start giving out some good stuff. What we going to give Bell for this game? What we going to give Bell for this game? Oh, yeah. What we going to give Bell for this game?
Call 855.
Bell played his mind out in this game. He balled out this game. I don't hear Parsons. What channel that's on? I don't hear Parsons. I don't hear Dak Prescott. He ain't at the
To all TVs, hot wing.
It's on commercial over here on 105. What radio station y'all listen to? And on my TV is on commercial here too. Yeah, it's on commercial. Bell surprised me this game. I'm gonna give hats out and kudos and credence to that guy right there. Yeah, 102.5. What radio station that is? I like what Bell did, stepping in, and even though they scored on like the next series there, but he played through the echoes of the Wilson. You can't get mad at that. On NFL Network. Hold on. All right, on NFL Network. Give me 1 second. I'm on ESPN. Give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second here. NFL Network. NFL Game Day, NFL Network. Where my NFL Network at? Y'all bear with me. I guess NFL Game Day is NFL Network. They don't have it here.
Turned right and came back left. It happens fast. It happens.
All right, Michael Vick. You see them?
No, I ain't that fast.
You see them?
Just playing and reacting, I guess. But yeah, in a sense, as I just said, that's a resilient play then, honestly, especially if I, got out of the tackle there. And Tony doing a great job of getting open, finding the window. As I got out, I saw, some grass in front of me to potentially run, but always just trying to keep my eyes downfield, look back, looking for a tight end or a receiver coming across, and here comes Tony out of the backfield and threw it to him, and then he went and got a lot more than the play that I made. So almost scored. I guarantee if he realizes there's a guy to the right that he does score. But huge play, big play in the game.
Okay, one more. Why do you think it was working so much with Cooks and Lamb tonight?
One more time. What was working so much?
Why do you think it was working so well with those two guys?
Yeah, that was part of the plan. You talk about what was part of the plan going into this game, knowing that we'd get some matchups with those guys, understanding how they were going to play CD, Cloud on his side, when they were going to, giving Cooks outside some one-on-ones, and we took advantage of them. Cooks did a great job. Tonight was due. Tonight was due up, and just the player that he's been, the person that he's been, everything that he brings to this team, getting the touchdown, big third down catches, plays that he made all over the field, and he was due for a night like this. Happy for him, and it'll only grow from here.
Yeah. Dak, the 4th and 1, 18-yard touchdown run, your longest touchdown run of your career. Where did that play come from?
Mississippi State.
Just off of a run play we've been running a good little bit. Had CD in motion as an option. Defensive end took TP. The two other guys ran toward CD. Just allowed me to cut up field, and great play call, honestly. Great play call. They're going all out. Wasn't necessarily sound on their end. Somebody's got to have the quarterback, but not showing my legs early in the year, not running, I think played a part in that, and so I'm just able to go get it.
Hey, Dak, Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com.
after last week's game, obviously everybody was frustrated, but CD also visibly during the game. He said that you guys met after, or talked after the game on Monday, following Monday, and got on the same page, and it was a fresh slate. Can you talk a bit about how your chemistry between you two helped him propel? 7 catches, 7 targets, 117 yards.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was frustrated from last week, honestly. I was just as frustrated as he was, right? Maybe it wasn't as visible, but maybe more frustrated. I tell CD all the time, nobody's a bigger fan of his game than I am, and we're on the same page. And from our conversation, me and that guy put a lot of work into this thing, and that's really what it just talked about is understanding what we put in this. Those games are going to happen. You know, unfortunately, you don't want them to happen. Damn sure don't want it to happen in the way that they panned out like that. But then there's going to be games that a team says, hey, if you got to beat us, you're going to do it without CD. And he's got to be there to make all the assists and do all the other plays and the dirty plays. So, I mean, that was part of our communication. But, yeah, and they give him opportunities like that, like they did tonight. He's going to take advantage of them. I'm going to take advantage of them. And I told y'all before, he's a hell of a player and one of the best I've been around.
Cowboys go to 4-2. Conversely, other podium, Justin Herbert and the Chargers now 2-3.
So we had to do our best, and it didn't go our way on the ground today. And I think it's just a testament to how good they played. And I think we can do a lot better on offense, and especially at quarterback, I can play a lot better. So I thought the defense came up with some big stops today.
No doubt. Here you go, right here. Boom, boom, boom.
Held them when we needed them to, so it's on us as an offense.
You said you could play a lot better. Did you feel like tonight wasn't a good game for you?
I missed a couple of receivers, threw some bad passes. There's a lot left out there, so there's a lot to work on and a lot to improve on.
Did what happened on that last play with Quentin at the end on the interception? Did you just walk through what happened on that play? Was it just the pressure that got to you, or was there miscommunication?
Yep, I threw it and the guy picked it off. He made a good play on it.
Does those missed opportunities for you encourage you about what this offense could be, or is it more of an emptiness of we should have did better? How do you reconcile those two?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Keenan ran 2 great routes and I missed them, and so that's on me as a quarterback. And we have those explosive opportunities, and we have to capitalize on those. That's a really good defense that we're going up against, and I can't miss those like that and expect to continue to get back on third down and get back on track on second down. So, tough opportunities, but we'll watch the film and be critical on ourselves, so we'll learn from it.
When you do assess those 2 misses that you're talking about to Keenan, did you feel like you were rushed at all in those moments because of how the pressure was getting home earlier in the game?
Yeah, even if I was, that's on me to be able to calm my feet down, stay good in the pocket, and deliver that strike. Keenan ran 2 great routes, and, he gave us those opportunities to get those explosive plays. And so that's on me to stand in there and deliver and do my job to get him the ball.
Justin Herbert standing there and taking blame there for missing potential Keenan.
No doubt. Oh, right. All right. So as we thumb around and
if you're just going to run him inside
check
between
around,
the tackles, that's
I'm
probably
doing
not
some
the best
stuff in the
thing to
back
do.
end.
But the offensive line is, they've got to do a better job. Ferguson did a really good job on the toss. The one time, remember the toss that they ran to the left when Pollard's better run.
Oh, Ferguson had a great block. And that's the type of things we need to see more of.
Yeah.
The creative outside perimeter runs for TP. They're trying to do a lot of this. They're pulling people, and it's just a bunch inside. There's no room to run.
No room at all. So we'll study up, see what we got. And, it's one of those things where you kind of like, there's an issue, and you just got to figure out what that issue is. The 5 guys up front are the best 5 guys you got, and that's what you got to go to battle with, and hopefully they'll find ways to get it going the right way.
All right, let's go to our guy Jerry in New Mexico. Jerry, on the official postgame show of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, guys. I think the reason that we won tonight was because we had the better quarterback tonight.
Yeah, he played well. He really did, and he made the plays he absolutely
had
to make.
Get him, Jerry.
Some key third downs that they were able to make. There was the one third down. Was it 3rd and 19? They got a penalty. We got
that was huge.
The defensive holding. The defensive holding penalty. That was crazy. That's very Cowboy-esque right there.
It sure was.
Get off the field and then have a penalty like that. But to your point, the quarterback he did a good job. The pocket throws he had to make, the balls he threw where they needed to be on third down. There wasn't anything where, the receivers were really, really struggling.
The touchdown pass to Brandon Cooks was beautiful.
Right there where it needed to be. He did what he had to do tonight, and that's, that Dak Prescott's probably going to have to do more of that this season. There are going to be some games where the line might not be as clean as the protection might not be as clean, and Lord knows if they're going to get the running game going. But, it's one of the things. Dak Prescott, being the quarterback, knows he has to make plays. And he made quite a few of them tonight.
All right, Greg in Cedar Creek. Greg, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. I hate to sound ungrateful for a win.
God, no.
And I definitely don't want to take anything away from Marquise Bell and Lamb and Cooks and all that stuff. But, man, a lot of that stuff tonight was pitiful looking. It just didn't look like they were, like the caller before said, it didn't seem like they were, really in sync, and it hasn't seemed like they're in sync offensively, especially all season long.
Any specific area you want to try and address?
Yeah. So I mean, I think that part of it is Dak's, his short throw accuracy and stuff like that, putting it on a receiver in the right spot to be able to make that offense work like it needs to. I don't really see that with Dak. It's not his strong suit. You guys already touched on it. The offensive line's been shaky. The secondary on the defense has been shaky. I just think that we ran into a team tonight that let us off the hook.
Okay.
And I really don't see us getting after San Francisco playing like that. Maybe getting on the bye week, they'll get some things figured out. But if they're wore out 6 games in this season, you got a lot more after that bye week. So I don't know, man. I don't see it this year.
Okay.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate
Probably
the call.
A lot of people feel that way, too.
Yeah. I mean, look, it was certainly tons of penalties. The running game was not where you wanted it to be.
No.
And
I'll tell you what my biggest reasoning for a lot of this, and I can't account for the defensive stuff, but maybe I will in a second if I think about it. I think they had too many things go. I said this in the offseason. This is one of my biggest concerns. I worried about the high turnover with the coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
I worried about the offensive line coach changing, the running back coach, the quarterback coach, the offensive coordinator, the play caller. I worried about all those things. They're 4-2, kind of felt like they might be 3-3. The Arizona loss is a terrible loss now when you look back on it.
Yep.
But I felt like that, that it was going to take some time and that maybe they could kind of correct things. Defensively, I think losing Diggs really hurts this team because what's happened is Bland's having to play on the outside and it's bringing Jordan Lewis inside in the slot.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jordan Lewis, if you put Bland in the slot and have Diggs, Bland, and Gilmore. Now, Gilmore might be a guy you need to keep an eye on because he's a veteran player. The longer he goes, is he going to get wore down? Having to run all these coverages that he's having to play. And I worry about that a little bit. The safety play has not been good at all. It just hasn't. Now, Kearse had a better, just watching TV copy today, looked like Kearse played a little bit better. Wilson played a little bit better in some of the coverage stuff. But up until this point, they really had not been very good at safety. That safety game has not been very good.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a concern right there where we thought maybe that this was the strength of this defense potentially was that safety group. But it hasn't been as good as it once was.
Yeah, and very inconsistent play from Malik Hooker usually as well. Yeah. I mean, there's times where he's shown the range. Today, there were a couple of plays where, man, what angle were you taking there? Some missed tackles early in the game as well. Certainly some areas to clean up, but, man, you needed this win badly. They really, really did after what happened last week going into the bye. If you had have dropped this game, psychologically, this would have been a very, very difficult 2 weeks. So you go on the road, you beat a team. Maybe some do feel like, hey, you got bailed out at times, 100%. The Chargers left plays on the field, no doubt. But, hey, the Cowboys were able to withstand a lot of self-inflicted wounds as well, and you win a game when you're not playing your best.
A lot of bad penalties, though, man.
There's
some bad defensively, the penalties, that's...
It's exactly what you talked about that would keep you from being that next step as a defense.
Right.
Those third and long penalties, now you get an illegal contact downfield and you're extending a drive.
Yeah. It was tough. It was some tough things to watch there for sure. but they've got to get better in that secondary.
Yeah.
They really, really do.
Agree. 877-881-1053, the number to call, the number to text. We'll be.
All right, I appreciate everybody. Now it's time to allow you guys to call in and get things off your chest. We pretty much went over most of the interviews here. It's a late night, so let's get this thing going the best way possible. The hotline for your mind is put it up there. Boom. 657-390-7391. Call the line. Get the things going that's on your heart.
Phone hit my line, only ones who down for real, down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line, only ones who down for real, down for line. Keep it super thorough.
There are 9 participants in the conference. All participants are muted.
Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East Coastin' or we in the Haven Hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the.
Be sure to smash the like button, share this content, and also check out Prize Picks. The information is in the chat area as well as the description box. Let's get this thing going. We ain't gonna stay all night.
The conference has been locked. The conference has been unlocked.
We're going to lock it in the next 5 minutes, so if you can't jump in now, you ain't going to get it in. All right. Hey, be Curtis. The time frame here is about 11:20-something, and we got a long day tomorrow, and we got the final word tomorrow, so we'll dive into things, man. Cam, you live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Man, long happy about the win, but I want to say this to our fan base right quick.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, I want to get this out of the way before I celebrate. Hey, just because we criticize our team, it's not that we're not fans or that we're down on them. You got to understand, Law do the same thing on a day-to-day,
right?
And other Cowboy podcasters and stuff. So when we criticize our team, it's not that we're tearing them down. It's just that we want to see them do better, and that's what we are as fans.
Yeah.
You feel me? And also, my name is not Brandon. This is Cam. Happy about the game, man. We seen those guys wake up. At the end, Parsons stepped up with the sack. Gilmore with the interceptions to seal the game. We got to get better. Offense, I want to see us not leave points on the field, but get them on the board. We just got to work on that red zone offense. But other than moving the ball down the field and stuff like that, man, it was a great game. Understand that we've been playing against the refs, y'all, because we just Dallas. I only use the refs as an excuse. I just know that we're a better team. We better than the refs. They got to play us.
Yeah.
People got to play us. So long as we go out there, we execute, we do what we need to do. Hey man, we gonna prevail, man.
Hey Cam, So you see where I was coming from is that I get it. The refs gonna do their things, right? But it's the pre-snap penalties that I was pissed off at.
Right.
That's why I said, man, that's why I got frustrated. When I said that they don't deserve to win this game, and that's from a coaching perspective, though. But hey, I'll take the win. I'll take the win though. But we take the win.
Take the win, but discipline though. But discipline, and that's all it takes. Law, thank you for being here, man. Every single game, showing up every single day with the content, man. You always doing your thing. We always supporting over here, man. Always.
Appreciate
DC for life. Victory Monday is on the way. Cowboys, how y'all doing?
Yes, indeed, man. Man. Victory Monday is here, and then we're gonna have Victory Tuesday, and it's gonna be great. I got my guy Glenn Law. You live on the Nation. Talk to me, bro.
Hey, what's up, Law? Thanks for putting in the work, and I know you're losing your voice, so I'm not going to keep you long. I'm going to make this quick. The defense, I'm not going to comment on that because I think they did what they needed to do. This offense, though, I'm concerned. And I'm concerned, number one, with this running game. Listen, I think Tony Pollard is a fantastic back. I think there has to be a way to get more out of him because I think there's explosiveness that we're not seeing, not because there's anything wrong with him. It's just that you're running him into the A-gap, time after time after time, and you're just not getting what you need, and then you're getting behind on the sticks. So
Right.
I guess the question is, with this bye week coming up, I either want to add a running back who can take some of that pounding. Not that Tony Pollard can't take the pounding. I don't want people to misunderstand. But what I want Tony Pollard to be able to do is to get those long runs, right? Because you mix in backs who can take it to the house, and then you got your thumpers. And when you mix up and you have that, when you have that diversity in running styles, I think you get more explosives. Either do that, or perhaps go to some 12 personnel. Somehow we just need some more power. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I look at it like we saw 2 Tony Pollards today. If you look at the Austin Eckler kid for the Chargers, he have the same type of finesse type of runs, right? Whereas he was running, but he didn't really get nowhere because it was like pellets, and it didn't really do no damage to us. And the same thing could be said even when Tony Pollard was toting the rock for us. He was running, but it wasn't really doing the damage. Now, granted, he took a 60-yard play down the field that was phenomenal. We're not going to take that away from him, but we know that down the stretch,
that was a pass.
If that was a pass. But if we know down the stretch, if we want more, if we want to win deeper, then we're going to have to make some type of alterations there and bring in another back to help us out. Not saying to bring back Zeke or anybody, but just bring in another style and kind of caliber, like a 1-2 combo set. And that's all we're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. One last thing, and I'll let you go with this. I'm done with Michael Gallup. Listen, I don't like saying that on the airways because I know you got people listening. I think he's an incredible person. It goes without saying. It's not about that, right? I'm glad he battled back from the injury. But the way I'm looking at this bye, I think this is the perfect time to mix in Tolbert and maybe cut Gallup snaps in half, really for 2 reasons. Number one, there's going to come a time down the stretch law where CeeDee Lamb is going to get taken out of the game. And so Dak's going to be looking around, looking for answers. And when I look at Gallup, he's just not getting the separation. The refs are not going to bail him out, even when the defenders are holding on to him. I like what I see in Tolbert because I think he's got a lot more wiggle, and I like his catch radius. What are your thoughts of getting him during this bye week to maybe cut those Gallup snaps in half? And I'll let you go with that, and I'll listen offline. Appreciate you.
No doubt. I mean, you drafted Tolbert for a reason, and you got to see if he can catch that 50-50 ball in that moment. Now, Turpin may be on the doghouse for touching that ball. He gifted the Chargers 7 points, basically, So, but we need to see our youthful guys play out there. But from the eyes of the Jones family, I mean, they paying him $60 million, man. I'm talking about Gallup. I think his contract's like $60 million, so they're not finna move on from him anytime soon. I got my guy Scott, man. You live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Ooh, what's up, Law? What's up, Cowboy Nation?
Okay,
we got the win. We got the win, man. We got the win. Happy that we got the win. Of course, looking at it for work, looking down at my phone on a pallet jack, I was not pleased with everything, but we got the win.
We got the win, man.
Sometimes you got to win.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to win ugly. Every win is not going to be pretty as we would like to see.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those fans that go back and watch the old team from the 90s and all, and every game they won back in the day, it wasn't pretty as well. You know what I'm saying? But we got the win. Now, a few things that we do need to address is that running game. I think that we are trying to find ways to say, to try to envision Pollard being that guy. But I really enjoy Pollard being the second after my guy Zeke take the pounding. You know what I'm saying? Get you the tough yards, and hey, look, Pollard come in and take the things to the house. Now, what we did see tonight on that run, that Pollard is a tad bit slower because I was hoping that he would take that to the house.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that? You saw that?
Yeah, he got caught.
Yeah. He got caught. Normally, Pollard would have taken that to the house or whatever. But, I mean, it was good to see Cooks finally get involved. I do want to see more from the receivers getting open. I wish they would use Turpin like they did last week, and but it was a good win all around. Defense did step up when it needed to. I saw two guys on Facebook talking about how DBs suck, and what I'm saying, I'm like, well, they stepped up when they had to. Then they try to question my football IQ. I said, well, if you spend more time stop cheating on your wife, and watch football a little bit more, you'll see that DBs are not as bad as you think. But no, I'm just saying. But other than that, Cowboys need to be satisfied with the win. We get a chance to rest. I think we do need to make a couple of moves. During the bye week and come back and finish this second half of the season strong, bro.
Yes, indeed, man.
Take the win, baby.
Yeah, great observation there, man. Great observation. That's my guy, man, Scott. And I have no rebuttal to what he said there.
The conference has been locked.
Here's my thoughts, though. We won this game, but we can't be comfortable. At this point, we should be looking at the trades blocks and the waiver wires, whatever wire we can look at and see if we can get better. I'm not saying that this team can't get better, by the way, and I'm not saying that this particular team, that the players that we have can't win us games. Obviously, we can. But we see some glaring holes there that we're trying to iron out, and that's just the reality of it. Jay May, you're live, man, on The Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just want to piggyback off the running game. I think what made Tony Pollard so special, and I'm not talking about getting Zeke or anything like that, but when we had the Zeke and Tony Pollard, we had that thumper that would wear the defense down. And it was so tired and so beat up from taking on the thumper like that Tony Pollard came in with his speed, and they were just too tired to chase him down. So that's why I think that Tony Pollard is that kind of special back. I said in the beginning of the season that I just wish that they would have another complimentary back that can help him so he didn't have to sit there and just take on 25, 30 snaps per game, because I just don't think he's that kind of running back. That's just my opinion,
Nothing wrong with that. We just got to give. He's good, but we just looking at it like how do we look down the stretch? You know what I'm saying? And granted, we take this win, we go over, we enjoy this win, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we need to be looking and seeing how we can get better at that spot. Of a rotation guy. I like Rico, too. Rico, I think that what we have right now is lightning. We just need a little thunder, that's all, or a little sledgehammer to it. You got swords.
I like Rico. Rico runs hard. I like the way he runs, And I just think that we definitely, if we can get it back, we need that to extend drives. And that's why we were so good, Again, with Zeke, we extend drives. We pounded down. We ran the clock down. Give our defense a chance to rest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just keep running that clock down. And I just one quick point too, man. I know everybody is all over Gallup.
Right.
And I understand it. But I mean, everybody's gonna understand he's not a number one receiver. I mean, I don't even think he's number two receiver. I think he's just like a really good possession receiver. And I think he's gonna come down when we really need him. Down the stretch.
Oh, yeah.
We really need that one play. I think he's going to come through, man. So
he's due for one in Rams games, man. Hopefully he can show us something, man, coming off of the bye and be rejuvenated and see what he can do from there, bro.
Absolutely, man. Hey, Law, I just want to say another outstanding job. I every week, ever since I started listening to you, I turned the volume down on TV. I watched the game. I listened to your play-by-play, man. You make the game so much better, man, and I appreciate everything you do, brother.
Man, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. That's a good call from Jay, man. I got Roster X. We moving pretty good today. Roster X, you're live on The Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks.
Brother Law.
What's good, bro?
Dub is a dub, amen.
Hey, man, a win is a win. I can't complain about it,
No, sir. But I do have to finally admit that how I was kind of feeling at the beginning of the season. I feel like this win, the way it played out, it kind of matches with how I felt about the temperature of the team moving forward. Like,
right,
we won despite all the snags, right? it feels like we started off this season knowing that we had a not so ideal situation at linebacker, which is bananas. Like, it's so pivotal, and for us to come in looking kind of real thin at that position. And then I still can't get over how the ownership has allowed, who thought that Tony Pollard was going to look the same without Zeke in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Or at least a defense that's, feeling something. Like you were saying during the game, like what's his name, Daddle, he run fast, but he it's a quick pop, then he's done, like them poppers during 4th of July.
Yeah.
Like you think they hurt, or
yeah,
like when somebody put your hand in, when they do the belt snap until you put their hand in, you think it's gonna hurt like hell, but when they pop, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. But proud of the board. Dak standing there, held his thing. Other than that, man, it's a pleasure watching the game with you, man, all throughout the season. So we're gonna keep it cool for this little bye week, and then man, I hope they do pick up some gems that can alleviate some of these issues moving towards the end of the season, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Let's go, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. My guy Bobby Belt just sent us this right here. And I'm going to put you on pause right quick, bro. Good call from you, though, Rasta. And this is not us beating up. This is not us beating up on Gallup. Bobby Belt just tweeted out, Dak Prescott, when throwing to any other receiver than Gallup tonight, was 16 for 16, 219 yards with 1 touchdown. I'm going to read that one more time for people who don't understand this. And this is not a verdict that I'm putting out on Gallup, but because Gallup is a good friend of the show, shout out to Gallup. Dak Prescott, when throwing to anyone other than Gallup tonight, was 16 for 16 for 219 yards and 1 touchdown. Do y'all get that? Did y'all get that?
Look at this, Law.
Got the 571. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Yes, sir. Good brother. Law, how you doing this evening, man?
All is well.
Late night.
Late night hype, man. Talk to me.
Hey, look, man, I'm Dino, man. I'm calling from Northern Virginia, man. I just want to say, man, I don't know what's going on with the offensive line, man, but Pollard can't get through that A-gap, boss.
Yeah, he couldn't get there even on Tyler's side nor Zach's side. So
either side, man. And then my man Dak, man, I don't know. Sometimes he seems like he got that concrete in his feet, man. When he run the ball, he can make the plays, man. And I just don't get why he don't be more active, man. Are they trying to hold him back, or man, he still got something going on in his psyche? I can't get with that, man. I'm trying to figure it all out.
It's psyche. It may be the psyche. That's all I'm going to think of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And then Pollard, my man Parson, he came through like he always do, man. That dog he got in him, man. He won't be, but he can't fight through 2-3 people, man. I need D-Law to come through, man, too, man. He got to figure some things out, man.
I think D-Law saved a touchdown on a tunnel screen, and they had blockers in front. D-Law had to Dikembe D-Law, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you on that one, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold you up, boss, man. It was a pleasure watching the game with you, man. Yeah, man. DC4L, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate your good call from. I got Montana in the house, man. Talk to me, man.
How you doing, brother?
All good, bro. Can't complain.
Yeah, same here. Can't complain. Hey, 4-2, man. That's a win. Win is a win, man. You know what I mean? You gotta get it how you gotta get it, man. My thing is like, hey man, I feel like McCarthy, man, until he get back, his play calling back on track, he needs to rotate and let the guy that we said, hey, he's gonna be the offensive coordinator, let him call some plays sometimes. Like he's been doing this for a while. You know what I'm saying? So until McCarthy can, get back on track to where he's more efficient, I feel like they should rotate some of those play callings or let Dak do his thing, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when Dak did his thing, you know what I mean, you see what happens, you move down the field. Outside of that, man, it was a decent game, fans just got to chill out, man. Everything is new this year. It's not going to pop off right then and there. They got to work this thing out. It's a long season. So, hey, fans, man, just sit back, chill out, and stop just crying every game, man. You win some, you lose some. As long as you fighting to live another day, that should be much respect right there. Have a good day. Go Cowboys.
All day, man. It's Montana, man. Appreciate them. Hey, live to fight another day, man. You win some, you lose some. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. Pollard did have 110 all-purpose yards. We ain't talking about Pollard being trash. We're not even talking about Gallup being terrible. These are observations that we can say, all right, can we get a little bit better at that? Even the knock that I got on Dak Prescott a little bit, you can't take that many sacks. You got to throw the ball away. He had a good game to me, but we still got to look at tape and say, hey, we don't want you to take this sack. We want you to start throwing the ball away. We want to preserve your body and things like that. And not be afraid to take the ball and run the ball a little bit more. Let's not be too nice with it by giving it back to the running back. That's all we saying. Soul Goddess, you live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, Law, nice to be back again. It looked like they listened to us at halftime because we started getting Cooks more involved, and that's all we wanted, just a little bit more Cooks.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Things started to happen because once Cooks was there, then CD opened up and CD was feasting, so I really love that. There's a little bit of a 5-second delay when we're talking, so I might be a little slow in my comments. The only thing is that I didn't like on the defense is not to play Micah on the line of scrimmage. We are a light-built team. We're built for speed. We're not really built for power anymore. So putting him on the line of scrimmage against someone that outclassed him by like 50 pounds is ridiculous. I would wish they would have put Fahoko on the line of scrimmage, set the edge between him and D-Law, and let Micah play off the line. I thought that would have been a little better. Thank God Gilly finally showed up because he kept getting beat on the route, and I was like, please don't throw to him. Yeah. And I'm so happy that we got this win. I said we could have did it. I hope if they use like the rookie draft class like Deuce and, people that are light power, keep them to the outside. Use them like they use Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Do them jet sweeps, things like that. Just work the outsides. Don't try to run up the middle because we don't have anyone. If we do run up the middle, there's a reason we got a fullback. Use Hunter, have him pound some guys, open them up, and let Rico run behind him because Rico is really good. He got good, powerful legs. When he dig his legs in, it's very hard to bring him down. But if you're just running him straight at these guys that way outclass him, he's not going to go nowhere, just like Pollard. So we have a heavy guy to soften him up, which is what people are saying, but that's what we got 40 for. Use him.
Use 40
So that's all I got to say tonight.
No doubt.
That's what I got to say tonight. And I'm so glad that Jack got back to running with his legs. I've been asking for that since last year. You know that every time I call in or I'm in the chats, I'm like, run, Dad, run.
Run. Yes, indeed.
So here we go. That's all I'm going to be saying for the whole week to anyone that got anything to say, because the Eagles lost to the Jets, who they said was just a bad team, even though we whooped their ass. All of a sudden, the Jets is just, they somebody because the Eagles beat them. They lost to the Eagles, but 49ers lost to the Browns. All of a sudden, these teams are so good, but if we had played them, they would have been trash. I don't want to hear nothing, but all I'm going to be saying is here we go all week.
Keep that.
Have a good one. See you after the bye, Lord. Love you. Love you, Nation.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes! Here we go!
Good call. None your biz. You are live on the Nation. Appreciate you so much for tuning in from the 757. Talk to me.
Law.
What's good?
Law.
What's good?
Law.
Look at this, Law.
Did you see my boy Cooks out there?
Law. Law.
Yeah, I
Did
see.
you see that boy Cooks out there?
Yeah, I see.
Did you see that boy? Did you see that boy Cooks snatch that ball out the air like that?
Twice.
See, that's all I needed. I needed for Dak to use his legs, and I needed for them to get Cooks cooking. This is the only issue that I'm having, because honestly, I'm just glad that we won. I didn't want to have to go into work tomorrow and had to hear all of the nonsense from all of the Philly fans and all of the 49er fans. I just didn't want to hear that. So I'm gonna take in the fact that we won. Period. I'm gonna let it go like that, because a win is a win. Don't matter if it's ugly, pretty. I don't care. A win is a win. But what I just need the fans to realize is that sometimes you just have to take the bitter with the sweet. We cannot be perfect every time. What I think is that the Cowboys, when we first came out, because we was balling so hard on defense and we were scoring 40 and dropping 30 on teams, it's like all of a sudden they are expecting for us to be perfect when it's only week 6. I mean, it's no way possible. We still have to work some things out. I just feel like they need to start using Malik Davis a little more on the running back, because he's a little more powerful than Pollard is. And I love how they're using Dowdle. I love what they're doing with Cooks. I feel like they just need to continue to open that up. And basically, I'm a diehard fan. I could be critical on them, but I also can take the win, and because of all the losses that were given as well this weekend. And I can walk into this week feeling cool, calm, and collected, and then we can start over and we can revamp some things and get it together, and we will. I just need the fans to calm down and keep it DC4L. Don't be too critical. Like, don't be too critical. That boy used his legs today. Can we at least give a round of applause for that?
No
and
doubt.
That's it, Law. That's it, Law.
Let's go.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Good call. Round of applause. All right, we moving, baby. We moving. I'm getting my voice back, too, as we move. All right. So when I move, you move. Just like that. I got 559 in the house, man. Talk to me.
Yeah, Law. It's your boy, my name T Bizzle from the 559. I'm just, I like all the content that you be creating for us, man. Night in, night out. Never no breaks, no stops. And I just want to say, do you think we should be using Hunter Lukey a little more?
I think so. I seen him in there peeling out some people on some blocks and some wham blocks, but I need for them to put the ball in the belly on short yardages, man. Give it to him, see what he can do. Give him some reps on that.
Yeah. I think so too, man, because he be doing this thing, and just shout out. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, but shouts out to you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, one more time again. And I appreciate the content that you create for us, and that's it, man.
Let's go.
You do a good job, man. I watch you night in, night out.
Man,
Let's go, man.
Appreciate you.
Let's go.
Yes, indeed. Good call. All right, I got Lady Jessica from the 903. It's you and me. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. Talk to me.
Hey, Law.
Hey.
I want to say this. First of all, oh boy, Cam. Sorry for calling you Brandon, but you sure sound like him. You Brandon number 2. But anyway, I'm not up here blaming the refs. But when you see a spade, what you gonna say? You gonna call it a spade. And like I said, it was a lot of calls not called on them charges, because they was acting as if they was so trying to get this game to them to make the Cowboys look bad. But guess what? Against all the odds, with all the penalties and everything, they still came out on top. Dak was out there being Dak. Everybody was about, oh, that boy moved. He been doing it. If they will allow him to be himself, he can do this every game. But it is the owners who don't want Dak to be Dak because they worrying about what was done happen in the past. You gotta let the past go and let this boy be who he was when you first pulled him in and say he is your guy as your whole head quarterback when Romo went down. So we all, as fans, need to stop tripping because first of all, we not 2-4. We 4-2. And just like they won all the other 4 games, every game, like everybody said, she said, ain't going to be high numbers. It's the ugly win. Y'all want to call it ugly win? Fine. We got Victory Tuesday coming. It's getting ready to be a bye. You can't force the ball to people who ain't getting it down the field. And had not Tony Pollard been held, when that dude held him, he would have had that touchdown. Mm-hmm. But he held that boy. And they don't call. Then you got Cooks. We have what we need on our team. If they would maneuver those players in and use what we got that other young man that we picked that we ain't seen since early in preseason. Every time they put him out there, he act like he done forgot his mojo, what he had when he was playing in the other game. Like I said, I wish Dak would get those boys, like we've been saying, because he got that football field at his house. He need to get every player and work with them and do it on their off time when they away from the play and go to his house and do what he did with the early guys so we can get the brotherhood clicking and we can get the sweeping like we've been sweeping. And hopefully everybody get healthy and he can have somebody decent out there protecting him. He need his wall. He need his great wall. Y'all want him to pull and do this, but when he got coaches and receivers letting him down, then y'all want to blame him. Can we have a good time and say, how about them Cowboys? We won, and let's have a good bye and pray everybody stay in good shape, no more problems with the law or nothing, and that our boys be healthy and come back and let's go get this doggone Super Bowl ring that they want. How about the Cowboys? Y'all need to chill out with the hate, with the bashing. It's okay to have helpful criticism, yes, but we got to stop doing this to our team when they win.
Let me hear you say it.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys, Lady Jessica, y'all? Hey, she on it right here.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
All right, we down to T, man. You live, man. You live from the 347, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
What's happening with it, Law? This your boy, it's T. Mafiani, man. I had to call back in, man.
Hey.
Look, it was an ugly win, Law. Ugly win. We got to take it, we got to take it for what it was. There's definitely a lot of things that we got to work on, you know what I'm saying? The play calling, Law, I just got to know just from your perspective. Do you think that we're going to see a second half playbook, something completely different? Or do you think this is going to be, we're going to see the same playbook we've been seeing for the first half of the season so far? That's my first question.
Yeah, well, go ahead, because I think that, the play calling is going to be the play calling. I don't think that he's going to install like a whole new philosophy within a week. And this is a bye week, so most of these guys are going to be with family and loved ones, and then they're going to, rest up and then be back next week. So,
okay.
We just have a little snafu, man, inside our own 20 on both sides of the field, right? So hopefully, man, if Dak Prescott, when we get in our side of the 20 and it's time for us to do some plays that, hey, keep in mind, he can run it with his legs, keep the defense honest. And then when we pin deep, I think that most of that comes from, we don't have a bruiser, we don't have a tight end that Dak Prescott feel comfortable with going inside when we down there snapped into our own 7. So hopefully, man, down the line, man, we can just do some alterations I meant to say, and get things going. But outside of that, I have reservations right now. have reservation.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I like I said, I like what I seen a little bit of the offense. There was some little trinkets in there, like the empty backfield. I like what I seen backfield. You know what I'm saying, especially on our goal line. You know what I'm saying. But outside of that, defense played great like they did last week. It's only so much that they could do. Offense got to step it up and get it together. You feel me? We got to stop running Pollard in between the A gap and B gap, run him outside, and just a little bit more Rico. Just insert a little bit more Rico in there more frequently. You know what I'm saying? And I think we'll be good. But outside of that, Lord, that's all I got to say. We got a great win. It was a rough, ugly win, but we got to accept it, take it, move on, and just keep expanding and keep improving. But I thank you for everything, and I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, Lord. I appreciate everything, man.
Man, I thank you, man. All right, so good call from him. I'm not beating up this team. We won, right? Just like what Lady Jessica said, but objectively, we looking at everything. Like you said, it's an ugly win. I don't know how ugly it is. Maybe it's one of those things where it's hairy legs, and unibrow, no edges. It's ugly, and we can talk about the eyelashes cute, but it was an ugly win, The shape is nice, but it was an ugly win. I don't know how else we can put this, But it's nothing wrong with hairy legs and the unibrow and missing teeth, I guess, but in a beautiful shape. But we're going to have to work on some things, man. We're going to have to pull out the razor. We're going to have to pull out some, some dental plans and some glasses or something, and see how we can make it pretty for the next time we play. That's all we got to do, you know what I'm saying? But we'll take it, we got this dub, ain't this right, DMV? George, you're live on the Nation.
Yeah. What's going on, La? What's going on?
Man. Not much.
Hey, we definitely put some makeup on it.
Put some makeup on it.
We didn't take this girl we ain't take this girl to the gym. Shit, we ain't get her body right or nothing.
Right.
Put some makeup on it and went out tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I'm really happy that really that the calls went both ways tonight. We've seen like in years previous that when it come down to it, like the calls only go one way, especially like in that Raiders game from 2021. That's what really stood out to me tonight, with this ref crew. But like I love how the calls went both ways. I mean we're gonna clean it up, but I guess this is the ref crew, and I feel like they were prepared to go for this. Because normally when we get these many penalties, these players start getting down and they start start losing focus. But I feel like they were prepared for this because they do scouting reports on the ref crews before the games. So I feel like I like how we battled through it. But for the most part, good win. I just want to see us make some additions to the offense, and I really want to see Brian Schottenheimer come through as a play caller maybe this season in these next 2 weeks. And we need to get out this little down block, pulling guard, running situation. I want to know your thoughts on that.
Right. I don't know why they keep doing that when they run out of the shotgun.
Shotgun especially, yeah.
Yeah. It's not 21 slam. It's like a shotgun slam.
It's like trap or it's not even trap. It's like you just regular pull.
Regular pull. So yeah. I don't like that play, man.
But I feel like we've never had really a good shotgun run offense, and that really puts a lot of pressure on Dak, especially when he goes in the shotgun. That he's not those play action fakes really don't put up too much fear in the defense from shotgun. I feel like the Eagles really run the best, and we need to take some notes from them because their outside zone scheme out of shotgun is phenomenal. Our outside zone scheme from single back last year used to be phenomenal too with Tony Pollard. That's really where you see this slice at. Like he would slice the defense up with those outside 23. I think him and Zeke called it. I think that's 23 slam when they would run that outside zone. That's their favorite. They said that was their favorite play last year. Yeah. But we're not really running that. We're just running these little pulls and stuff. So I would like to see, and I feel like that's the new offensive line coach. But I feel like we're going to fix it up. Hopefully, I like how Mike fixed it. He fixed up some of the issues with the passing game, but outside of Michael Gallup this week. But we're gonna get better. I
We will.
have hope going forward. Hope, and hey guys, let's not keep comparing ourselves to the Niners. It's a week by week game. We don't only play the Niners. They're not the only team in the league.
Yeah, like I said, we don't play them every week. Thank God. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
No doubt,
problem.
man. Good call from him, man. I got my guy, Chris214. You live on the Nation. Talk to me. Thomas, you live, man, from the 615. You live. Talk to me.
What's up, my brother?
Not much, man. What you got?
Hey, man, it was an ugly win. We won. Now, Law, I told you a couple of weeks ago, we gonna have games like this. We gonna win. We gonna win our cute games, but we also gonna win some games that are ugly. And I told you that's the markings of a champion.
Yeah.
Championship teams go through peaks and valleys.
They do.
They go through peaks and valleys. Tonight, we went through a valley. We went to the Hollywood Valley, and we stole that win from the Los Angeles Chargers. All I just have to say is be happy for this win. The next week and a half or two or whatever, we go in the lab, we make some adjustments, get ready for that other LA team in a couple of weeks. As a matter of fact, I will be at that game.
Right.
Are you doing anything leading up to the game? Are you going to have any type of activities or anything?
You talking about for which one?
For the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, it's a home game, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought it was a away game. I don't know for right now. It's too soon. But as soon as I get word back, I'll hit you up with it.
All right, because it's going to be about 12 of us that's going to the game.
12. Okay. I got your number, and let's do that, and we'll see what we can work out. I know for sure there's going to be events going around in the city, and I'll see which one, that I'm going to be affiliated with, and then we'll get things going from there, bro. For real.
All right.
No doubt.
And my fellow Dallas Cowboy brothers and sisters, we won tonight. Don't be a sore winner. Because games like this, games like this, later on in the year, you're going to be saying, damn, I'm glad we won that game against the Chargers on that Monday night. So games like this matter.
Yeah.
Games like this matter.
No doubt.
That's all I just got to say, bro.
Appreciate you.
And how about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? That's a good call from my guy. All right, man. 504. Then we got 918 and 571. 504. Talk to me.
What's going on, man?
Hey, all is well. Can't complain.
Yeah, this is Chris from the 405, and I live in 504 area. I'm originally from Oklahoma, but I live in Louisiana. But I'm still a Cowboy representing. I don't care about them damn Saints, though. But real though,
that's
Lord,
good.
man,
That's good talk.
I'm enjoying your content, man, and love it. But I just got to ask a few questions.
Talk to me.
Where are my tight ends? Where are my tight ends? Where's my fullback?
Ooh, I don't know, man.
CD Lamb got number 88 for a reason.
He balled
got
out
88
today,
for
though.
a reason. He got 88 for a reason, bro.
Yeah, CD balled out today, though. I ain't gonna,
He got 88 for a reason, bro. I'm not understanding this, bro. This is killing me, bro. I mean, I'm not no ref. I'm not no complaining about the ref, but ain't no way this man get blocked into my man, and you clearly see illegal hands to the face. When are we gonna call that? When are we gonna hold the refs accountable?
Man, shoot, I've been trying to preach that for a minute, man. People gonna forget all about the refs tonight, especially, I think, but to be fair a little bit, The refs did kind of called some flags on them too, though. It wasn't all the way just like Cowboys with 10 or 11 flags and the other team with 4 or 5. So at least they had close to double-digit flags too. That's the only thing I can say with this game, you know?
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Man, I enjoy your content, man. You know, straight up for real, I represent my Cowboy flag all the way down here in Louisiana.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
What part of Louisiana you from again?
I live in New Orleans. I'm originally from OKC.
Oh,
you know, I'm
OKC,
Oklahoma Sooner by heart, so you know I already know. But you know, I represent my Cowboys down here in the South, so you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like I said, Law, I enjoy the content, man. You're doing a great job. This is my first time calling. Better believe I'm gonna call in again, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, bro.
Anytime,
we still got that ugly win, but let's go, them boys, bro. We all about them boys. We them boys.
We them boys, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for calling in, man.
Hey, ain't nobody calling me.
918, you're live.
Hey, Law, this is Jimmy calling from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, what's good?
Long-time listener. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Well, yeah, first-time caller. But I really appreciate the content. As far as for tonight, yeah, ugly win. The winning ugly is still winning.
Yes,
so that's good. And as far as positives, yeah, I thought it was really nice to see CeeDee Lamb get more involved. Brandon Cooks finally. I like that jet sweep and things like that. The penalties, yeah. Let me ask you, though, because I feel like it's real easy for me to get all pissed off. It's like, oh, no, come on, ref.
Yeah.
You know, you're calling it too tight or what have you. But as far as the penalties, usually I'm so upset at the flag anyways, I don't even really care much about the replay. But in your estimation on those penalties,
yeah,
would you say that there are some that's like, come on, that's a little ticky-tacky, you've gone a little too far, or did we earn pretty much all of them?
Well, it's the pre-snap, it's the illegal formation, it's the false starts, it's the offsides that I can't live with, you know, that I don't want on this team. Those are drive extenders and drive killers. We need to figure out ways to just get better in that department. I think that
I agree with that, and like that one on that punt that week that they had elevated.
Yeah,
I was like, well, you know, what are you gonna do on that? I don't know. Yeah, the penalties got to shape that up. But I'll tell you what, I was really happy to see. I like that scuffle at the beginning, and none of this jersey swapping.
Right.
Sorry, I'm more. As far as like Micah with his podcast and whatnot, Micah, yeah, I'm more of like I'd like to have more like how about more the Lyle Alzado mind frame on this stuff? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
None of this. Oh, we're buddies, and he's my. Come on, enough of that. No, that's your enemy on the other side of things. You know, play like it. You buddies in the offseason and what have you. But I don't know. I thought the defense. There's some things on there too, but you know, maybe Micah didn't get a ton of sacks, but I thought he was putting good pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not a great football mind, but I was just happy to get the win.
Hey man,
in the end of it. There's some good things, some things that I need to work on, but yeah, overall happy with the win. Can't complain.
No doubt. Appreciate you. Thank you for calling in from the 918. It's a good call. I got 505. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me. Then we're going to get to the super chats after 571. So 505, you're live.
Yo, what's up, Lon? How's it going, boss?
Hey, man, all is well. Can't complain at all.
Good. So you kind of touched on it in this last call, but then pre-snap penalties, boss. Like, when are we ever going to What are we like stuck with this forever? I mean, it seems like it's something under Mike McCarthy, but I feel like as a Cowboys fan, all my life we've been dealing with this for a long time. Like, are we just cursed? What is it? Did Jerry Jones sell his soul in the '90s for them Super Bowls? We ain't never gonna do anything again?
Well, to be fair, we was a high penalized team in 2020 and 2021. We cleared it up in 2022, and right now I don't know where we are at in 2023 as far as penalties versus any other team in the league. I'll look that up maybe tomorrow sometime. But Yeah, we're gonna have to clean up. I get it. Holding calls, I get that. Those are very subjective. But the offsides, false starts, the illegal formations, and the 12-man on the field, those are things that we got to get better at the end of the day.
I mean, another thing that could have came and bit us in the ass at the end of the game was the mismanagement of the timeouts. We're lucky we got that first down on that last possession when we went and scored on them flags, because if not, we probably wouldn't have seen the ball again. It's probably game over, and we'd be having a way different conversation than we are right now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. So that's why, I mean, a win is like great deodorant. You put it on right now, it feels good, and we should celebrate this win. But by Wednesday, Thursday, we need to be going into this like, hey, let's correct this, because the LA Rams, I think that they're going to be able to score a little bit easier than the actual Chargers tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, and they getting more firepower. They got their guys getting back into the fold, although it'd be a home game. Tonight game felt like a home game because the stadium kind of looks so much like ours. But I just think that the Cowboys just need to iron. We there, but we're not all the way there yet. We there, but we're not all the way there. If I can make it in that sense.
Hey, maybe we call up Lenny, call up old Lenny Fournette. Maybe we get a bruiser up in here. And just the last point, Law, is the tight ends. We need to figure out how to utilize them better. Do they not know how to get open? I mean, I haven't studied them enough to know what's going on, but it seems like that's holding our offense back quite a bit from what we're used to. I know Schultz was good at getting in the zones and able to get open, in a sense, the way Kelsey does. What's your take on that with the tight end situation?
I think that, the Schultz that we're looking at is year 3, year 4 Schultz, right? Year 1, year 2 Schultz was disappeared. Right. He wasn't that dude. So we're looking at Ferguson, and he's in chapter 2 right now, and we're judging chapter 2 versus chapter 7. Schultz or 6 Schultz or what have you, whatever years Schultz it was. So, it comes with trust. We saw Ferguson wide open on a seam route, and Dak Prescott was looking underneath instead of over the top. So we're going to have to, looking back at tape and that formation on that defense again, I'm quite sure Dak Prescott would hit Ferguson, the next time around. But it's going to take trust.
You're right. Well, I appreciate everything you do. The content, it's just good watching the game with you. Yeah. I appreciate it. Keep it up. Let's go Cowboys. And let's a long season. That's what we got to keep in mind. And Dak, he played his ass off today. He really did. He did. So, for all the haters, I hope they're able to acknowledge that. Dak really put the team on his shoulders this game.
Yeah, he did.
So did the defense.
Hey, that's a good call from him. They used logic. They went to use my guy CeeDee Lamb. So I'm with the belief now, 7 to about 13 targets a game. Just come on, Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? I got 5-7-1. You're live.
Hey, what's up, Law, man? This is Darren. I'm out here in Alexandria. And I just want to say, first of all, appreciate your work, man. You're doing a great job out there. I listen to you all the time. And I want to say, number one, the penalties discipline. That's something we've been dealing with for years, ever since the Jason Garrett era. We got to get over that some type of way, man. They always usually cost us some games and make it a little harder for us. We always get over it, but it's something we got to deal with. Another thing is the offensive line, man. We got to do something with that. It's the first time we got second time anyway. We got the full offensive line together, and they didn't look too solid, man. Dak was under pressure a lot today. They didn't run the ball well. We got to do something short of that. Maybe get some double teams on that nose tackle. Get some good runs up the middle.
Yeah.
People talking about Rico Dowdle. People talking about another running back. I think we got a good one in Rico Dowdle. We got to give him some more touches. I love the way he runs, man. He runs hard, kind of like Pacheco from Kansas City. He runs real tough. I think we've got to give him some more opportunities. And another thing is CeeDee Lamb, man. We got to see. He got to get at least 10 touches minimum a game. I like what they did with Chase over there in Cincinnati. He asked for the ball. They gave it to him. I think we got to do that for CeeDee Lamb. He can make some things happen. And then last thing I would say is Dak Prescott, throw the ball away, man. Sometimes don't take those sacks. Dak played a great game. I'm proud of him. I like what he did. But he needed to throw the ball away sometimes, man. I like that he ran the ball.
Yeah.
But that's all I got.
Hey, man, I got no rebuttal to that, man. Keep up the good work and calling in with that take right there. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, too, Law. Keep doing your thing, buddy.
Appreciate that, man. It goes a long way. That was the end of that. Appreciate
Goodbye.
everybody who called in. We had 31 people. 31 people is a lot of people. And we're going to read all of these super chats. If you super chatted the play-by-play game, charge it to my head, not my heart, right? And I appreciate your support. But I got Jay Diz says, Parsons and Gilmore called game on a ref ball. Law. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Oh, okay. I got you. I decipher that. You know what I'm saying?
Law.
Appreciate you. Marcus Wynn says, Ryan Dakota Prescott. Hey, I got you, man. I got you.
Let's go, man.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you for the super chat. I got Marcus Summers. Dak showed up. We them boys since 1989. Haters gonna hate. Hey, he showed up this game. You. The only flaw that you can have on Dak Prescott is he took 5 sacks and he missed on one, but he got pressure in his face. He missed not Schultz, but that dog. I'm thinking of Schultz. He missed Ferguson on the seam route. He was so wide open, right? But he played better than Herb. He played better than Herb today. You know, that's not up for debate. I need to make Irv and Law soundbite. You know, come on, man, let's make it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go, man.
Appreciate you.
Let's go.
Meek, appreciate you. JT Wolf 91 says, hey, Law, defense sealed it. You know, he ain't lying. DC for life. I was wondering, could I be a moderator? It would be a huge honor and appreciate you, Law, tons. You know, appreciate you. JT Wolf, if you type something in the chat right now, if you're live with me right now, I can make you a mod right now. If you live right now in the chat, just type anything in, then I'll be able to make you a mod. Let me know if you're in the chat, JT Wolf. JT Wolf, just type something in there. And boom, boom, boom. Y'all let me know when he types something in there, by the way. Mr. Wolf. He might be asleep. It's probably late. I waited for a second, but let's keep it moving. Spider says defense a lot better without Van Der Esch. We just play different. We play more downhill without Van Der Esch, and that's what we were able to see. We play a little bit more downhill. All right, and y'all can tell my voice getting even more deeper because it's late. I have Germetta says we got the dub. Oh, we got the job done. Now time to rest and refocus. Fans, please applaud our team for tonight. Enjoy the win. Let me see we them boys in the chat. If y'all can, and I thank her so much for that $10 super chat. If y'all can, let's sing it.
Hey, ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved?
Come on. Come on.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved? Y'all use the check on. Listen. I'm still involved. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still involved.
Come on.
Oh, I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys.
Come on. Type still them boys in the chat.
I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys.
It's always love. It's always love. Glenn Keeper says $199 for your mind. Gotta fix this run game. Need to add a bigger running back. Like the last caller said, we like Rico. We like Tony Pollard. We just need to see that guy that make him pay a little bit more. Just kind of like what the 49ers got out of Jordan Mason. They got a guy that can make you you go, ooh, when he hits you. Right? All right. I got Ben for the $4.99 for your mind. Hey, how come you guys giving Van Der Esch so much crap, but Jordan Lewis has been getting a pass for years? I don't know. We've been giving Jordan Lewis some crap. Yeah, I don't think we've been giving Jordan Lewis any passes right here, but I feel you. D. Webb says, look like we played a less talented twin, or team. Mike McCarthy didn't trust Dak at half. Coach scared. Yeah. And then Twin Spam says, glad we could win an ugly game. Like good teams do. Yeah, I love that. And then Pell says, Moon. He says, howdy. How do you feel about the game Kellen called? And shout out to Prize Picks. Yeah. Let me. Hey, what is the Chargers record, Pell? What's the Chargers record? Can y'all put the Chargers? And I'm gonna break that down. Playmaking Dak, breaking shackles, beautiful game. Let's go. Put some hearts in there.
I'm still them boys. Hey, I'm still them boys.
All right, so y'all got the Chargers being 2-3. That's what I think of Kellen Moore's play calling. He's a 2-3 play caller. Kellen Moore is a 2-3 play caller. And it could be that Kellen Moore could be a 1-4 play caller. If the Vikings, I believe, if Kurt was able to not throw that interception in the end zone there. So I think that Kellen Moore, when you look back at the y'all don't know, but the 3-ladder network were all saying that the doggone Chargers were going to win this game. And by play calling alone, we were able to survive. Even though we saw some hiccups in this game. But the doggone Chargers were in the red zone more than us. They were. They were in the red zone more than us. Let me see how many times they was in that red zone, because I'm quite sure when I was looking at that, I was like, hey, wait a minute. And we was able to prevail. Let me see team stats. Let me see how many red zone. What were they red zone efficiency? It had to be terrible. Red zones. Oh, that's bullshit. So they said they was 2 for 4 in the red zone. It felt like they was in that mug for like 5 times. We both 2 for 4. So we 50%. Man, it seemed like they was in that red zone more than in that time, right? But I don't care. They could have scored multiple times in that red zone when it was that close. Yep. But We'll take the dub. We'll take this dub one way or another. We've been live for about an hour and 47 minutes. We read through the super chats. I appreciate y'all so much. I just really think that the red zone situation, the Cowboys, we're going to get better at that. I think that the Cowboys, the way we handle this dub, we can go into the bye week now. We can still look at some of these penalties, the pre-snap penalties, and work on that and get things going. Hey, I see you with the super chat.
Low.
My guy Boozilla says, Law. Herbert has 13 interceptions and 1 score games in the fourth quarter, most in the NFL since 2020. Love the show. Go Cowboys.
Low.
Bootzilla.
Low.
Yeah. Neil says, can I get an oof? That came from Herbert when the Lions sacked him. Yeah, baby.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
Hey, low key, those last 2 plays, I can literally make a reel and use that right here.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
And then, because Gilly, before we get up out of here, did Gilly redeemed himself in this game at the last hour? Did Gilly, redeemed himself with that INT? That's how I lost my voice. My voice was really here. My voice was here until that last play. I said, no way. Gilly redeemed himself. Anthony Brown would never. Yes, indeed. So, when we look at this game, I can literally say, yeah, baby, Yeah, ESPN Chargers crying, walking off the field. Yes, indeed. So, Gilly redeemed himself, man. I said, man, it's just one of those things. You keep testing. And literally, Herb had 3 interceptions today. 3 of them. Only one counted. But if it was anybody else, they'd have been talking real crazy, real saucy about him. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story in the situation there. But on my way out, BD Gray, appreciate you so much. Micah, with the only sack of the night when he needed the most. And that's why I liken that to a prize fighter. Because a prize fighter, even when he's down, he's continued to swing. It may not seem that the future will be there for him in the ring, but all he knows is it takes one puncher's chance, one hit, and I want y'all to continue to swing. I want you to continue to fight for this team. Even though we may have our reservations, we may have to ask, is this really the one? Why are we here? Where are you going? Who sent you? We still them boys, baby. Even in the battles of life, the moments, the defining moments is knocking at your door. And when everybody say that, hey, you will not be able to stand tall, you can't finish the race, there's something that you can go reach into, and that's that reserve chamber. Do you have the reserve chamber? Where do the reserve chambers come from? It comes from sweat equity. It comes from the mind. It comes from the thoughts that nothing can stop you or slow you down. They counted us out. They counted us out every single step of the way. They did. But now the purge, the great purge done happened. What is the purge? It's because when we lost last week, there was a third of the Cowboy Nation that they stopped coming to the game. They stopped believing in the game. They stopped believing in this team. They didn't turn on the TV. They stopped wearing their Cowboys gear. They didn't walk around saying that they can win this game. They walked around with defeat. They wanted the quarterback gone. They wanted the coaches gone. They wanted all of the players to be gone. They wanted us to tank for the season. They wanted us to reach out and say, hey, let's go get a rookie quarterback. Let's put Trey Lance in. Let's put Cooper Rush in. They start looking everywhere. But for those who reach down into the reservation, the reserved parts of their minds, they squeezed out greatness and they came out victorious. And that's what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen. Just like Carlos will say, go to sleep. There's no sleep in the nation. You go to bed. Because when it's time for me to close, don't be disrespectful to the law. Write this down. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, oh just simply, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity. Sagacity is basically, it's the reserve. Somebody asked me, they said, Law, what is sagacity? That is the reserve part of your mental fortitude. That is the reserve part of your mind. That is the extra push that gets you over the hump. That is when you hear someone behind you and you continue to push, you continue to grind, you continue to tell them that just because you think you're close enough, you're not going to be able to reach me. You're not going to have the most energy like me, because my energy, my health, my will, my power, my determination comes from power, that's not even tangible to the eyes of man. So if you have those things, ladies and gentlemen, the universe, the multiverse will open up for you. Doors will open up for you, because that's the determination. We are creators, all within beings of our own self. And let's continue to grind and shine, baby. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go, baby. Let me get on up out of here. I'm going to go to bed now, man. I was just playing with you. Let me go get on up out of here, man. Go get some rest and be ready in the morning.
Damn!
Yeah! Whoa. Come on, baby. Let's get it, baby.
Give me my theme music.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Here we go. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I could take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count that.
You pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too.
We about that life. This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. Asking me, am I still them boy? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys. Oh! I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. Yeah. I'm still them boys. Call and check on me. Hey, look at this. I'm still them boys. Them boys. I'm still them boys.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
I'm still them boys. Yeah, I'm still them boys.